Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Looking to throw on second down. Davison gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. First down, here's White. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. James White, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
No, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
On second down, it's White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
60 out there. All day, just like that. Hey, high step. Ready?
Off the play fake. Davison. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll air it out deep. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Darnold, he's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line. 10-2 stop.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't.
Protein spill. Hey, Alpha.
Turn up. Kill, turn up.
Now.
2nd and 5. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. You got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, Darnold stepping up. He'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Darnold from the red zone now. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. The point after try for Gostkowski. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Got it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Come on, QB, come on.
2nd and 2. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. They win zone blitz. They're obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man. But the zone blitz, why it's confusing to offenses? Because oftentimes defensive ends or defensive tackles will drop back into coverage, and linebackers or safeties will usually fill that gap and blitz in their spot, messing up the blocking responsibilities.
Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
80 weapon.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57. Here we go. 57 to Mike. 57.
Yep.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Go.
Off play action. Davison. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
It's a 30 base. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And that'll set them back 5.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run from White. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on in the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
That's a win. That's a win. 7's in my touch.
On 2nd and inches, Darnold. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. From the 35 on 2nd down, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Here's Darnold toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
61, match box, lights.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
To throw is Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
First down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd down, Davison. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Michael Thomas. 33 yards that time. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Davison. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
We're going to sign. Mike 7.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold out to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. When you sit...
And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Let's go now. 90, Wolf.
Watch the run.
Snap.
They'll run on first down. White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Set, ready? 10 over.
Go, go, go.
On first down, Davison. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
That's how you score.
Josh Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Key 26. 26. Like 7. Lady. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Shit.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
To throw on second down, Davison. Dorsett making the catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, it's White. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try to make some plays in their backfield.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. From the gun on third down, Davison. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And now look at him go. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Everyone, lady.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going to go. It's Darnold. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Cut. Hey, box drop.
Off of play action, Darnold going deep now for Herndon. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Darnold now to throw. He's going to air one out for Ant. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
5. On the
2nd and 10. Well, the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun. Davison, Dorsett's got it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready.
On 1st down, it's Darnold sliding out of the pocket. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Dorsett on the return.
Come on, fellas.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Wide open receiver complete. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Saints 51, Jets 20. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Brings up second and 5 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
8-3. Protein spill. Hit it.
On second down, they'll run with White. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
You can't block me. Check nickel.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief tough win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
We play to win. Let's go!
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
3 buzz, 3 buzz.
6 guy, check 6 guy.
Kill.
Hey, Sam on.
Kill, kill.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Clinton Williams picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
57's Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Davison. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift. Mike 7. Mike 7. No, 80. Mike 7.
Now Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 7.
Darnold on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Mike 7.
Again, Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. And give it, and it taketh away.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Looking to throw. Davison. Complete to Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Davison. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone. So
for New Orleans, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the